All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
41.6 million minus 200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
46.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Prescott yet again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 44 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free, and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now here come the Cowboys. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, 79 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
No, the easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this. The Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He's got a man. It's Williams. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And now I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Bailey now to kick this one away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Show that bench release and go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Bailey now to kick this one away. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check 26, check 26.
Ben to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. First carry for James Conner. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Right back to him on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Smith-Schuster now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Roethlisberger. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They go to Elliott again. And some space here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down carry by Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to drop him for a loss of 4. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense Find the holes where guys are available.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The give is to Elliott. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Daniel McCullers in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And no, it's incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It's your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Gun.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
46.
Fourth down, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, that's the fourth time that they've tried to go for it on fourth down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.